People displaced by the Corral Fire are now coming back home. Thanks for being with us here tonight at 11. I'm Luke Clary.
And I'm Alicia Machado. This all happening in San Joaquin County near Tracy. Take a look at this. The fire started yesterday afternoon south of I-580 near Tracy. Homes in that area were put under evacuation orders and they were downgraded to warnings this evening.
Our Paul Sanga is in that area tonight. He's speaking with people as they return to their homes. Paul.
Yeah, Luke and Alicia, what a difference 24 hours makes. Last night, the fire was coming for this neighborhood near Vernalis Road, but today, crews have stopped forward progress. They've done a great job of saving a lot of these homes. And tonight, crews are stationed near these neighborhoods to make sure those hot spots don't pop up because the wind continues to be an issue.
And it's just like, oh no, not again. You know, 3 years later, we've got another one.
For many people living west of Interstate 580, near Corral, Hollow, and Vernalis roads, their property stood feet or inches from experiencing the worst.
It was very heartbreaking because you save up your whole life, buy a house here, and it just for it to almost be gone in one fire.
Saw the fire come over the back of the hill, and it looked like it was coming out from the Carnegie area.
For Laura Tosti, this was deja vu.
When did you realize it was time to leave?
When we were looking down the road out towards the hills and we saw the fire come across, first thing I said is, oh my God, there goes Amy's ranch. And she saved her houses up there, but it burned all the grass up there for her.
She and her family was one of the lucky ones, as they and other neighbors returned home Sunday evening on their Bernard Road property, as at least one home nearby was lost. Sunday fire activity was calm compared to the night before, when the wind-driven fire scorched thousands of acres. These aerials showing aftermath of the fire as the golden rolling hills turned charred black.
Cannot say enough about the firefighters and all the public people that were in here helping. We feel very blessed for what we have.
Cal Fire says there were times when the fire jumped Interstate 580 from west to east, but crews and air resources were able to attack it and stop it from spreading.
Overnight and throughout the morning hours, they really worked to improve the control line and put out any hot spots. But they knew that the winds were going to kick up around here in the afternoon because that's what happens around here. So we took that to our advantage, and they've made great progress.
Cal Fire concerned about what they saw from this fire and what it could signal for us this season.
This area, usually we see more of this kind of fire activity in July, August, and into the fall. So that should be everybody's sign that it's time to really examine where you live, look around you and see if there are any areas in which you could improve your defensible space. Don't have clutter around your home so that if a wildfire is coming, it's not going to make our firefighters trip and fall and potentially get injured.
And the winds and the wind gusts helping kick up the fires and helping kick up those embers. That is what fire crews are worried about, that can potentially start a new fire. So they've made such great work. They don't want to let all that effort go to waste. So that is why crews are just standing here. If there's any embers that ignite, they're putting them out. Now the investigation, they're still trying to figure out exactly how this fire started. Reporting live near Tracy, I'm Paul Sanga, ABC 10.
And the situation clearly much calmer there now, Paul, but we know 2 firefighters were injured in this fight. They're recovering now and are expected to be okay. Paul, thank you.
And new tonight, we're learning more about the public bus driver that helped evacuate her passengers after the bus got stuck in the highway median. That bus was trying to turn around and leave the area of the Corral Fire. When it got stuck, the driver quickly had everyone get off that bus and help them get to the side of the highway without any fire or smoke. And shortly after the fire reached the bus, but it was quickly put out thanks to quick action. No one was hurt.
And remember that this is a developing story. We are still waiting to hear how this fire started. Still only about half contained. Stay with us on air and online for updates or download the ABC 10 app.
And winds not making this firefight easy. We want to turn now to Chief Meteorologist Monica Woods, who has more on our weather.
And they're really problematic, especially in that Tracy Triangle. Locally through the valley, only about 5 miles per hour. But here you can see how these wind shears, you can see how those barbs there are really moving their way right through the Tracy Triangle, also through the Fairfield area at about 17 miles per hour. So that's what firefighters are dealing with right there. That's just indications of how much wind is still with us for tonight. Now, it is an onshore flow, so we are seeing a little bit higher humidity as opposed to those northwest winds, which will generally bring those dry and warming conditions right through the valley and lower the humidity. But nonetheless, onshore flow and really problematic right through that Tracy Triangle, even for tonight. Our fire potential is going to stay in place Tuesday through Friday. It's going to be elevated. Now, that's because of more heat, lower humidity, and some occasional gusty winds coming out of the northwest. Excessive heat warning going into place by Tuesday morning at 11 a.m., lasting through Thursday. This is going to be our first stretch of 100s this year. Temperatures right now, comparatively, in the 60s to near 70s. Still another evening that we can kind of let in some of the cooler air. Now, it's not super cool because we've got some cloud cover out there, and that prevents some of the overnight cooling that we would otherwise see. Showers to the north of us. This is a pretty strong system for this time of year, moving through the Pacific Northwest, and it is at least bringing us that light onshore flow. Also, some cloud cover to start us off tomorrow morning. Stays with us partially through the day. Highs will be in the mid-80s, and then all eyes on this building ridge of high pressure that brings sinking, warming air and takes over the rest of the forecast.
All right.